And we're back. And I'm going to start this video off with my first auction that I won at the Goodwill. I think you've heard me talking enough about Goodwill. So let's go straight to what I won first. Let me set the mood for you first. Me and my friend Austin were just standing in between some racks of clothes. And it was hot. Oh man, was it hot. And I want to say 89% of the bidders were of the overweight species. And I don't know if you know, but when you get that much mass rubbing against everyone, it creates friction, which creates heat. And that place was a fucking pizza oven. And tempers were flaring, especially mine. And when a stupid, fucking senile, old, fat, stupid person, lady, that was of the obese species, was trying to look for a shirt behind where I was standing. And I quickly wanted to point out to her that this was not the moo-moo section, but this was the petite section. Therefore, she had no business being there. Regardless of the price. I mean, yes, they were going for 99 cents a shirt, but at the same time, you'd need 3 of them to cover yourself with. And I'm sorry, they just don't sell that much fabric at Goodwill. So we got into a little tussle, and I didn't want to get thrown out, so I just let her call me a fucking asshole and a fucking jerk in front of everybody, because my lot was coming up. So I let it be. I grabbed all the clothes, and I bum rushed him toward her, so she had all the room she could possibly do. Apparently that scared her, and she ran off. And it was a good move because the auction had just started for mine. So, prior to bidding on this, I went up to it and looked inside. And I wasn't interested in this lot until I went up to it and I saw what was inside of it. And I had to have it because of something I'm going to show you after I show you this. So, the bidding started off pretty low. And this whale of a man that was sweating literally glaciers off his forehead was bidding me up, and it was pissing me off because he tried to use a scare tactic with, $5 increments instead of the $1 increments. But I'm sorry, if I want something, I'm gonna get it, and I won it. So this is what I won: the Nintendo Gameboy. The original one, and I already own this, and I'm going to show you my Game Boy that I got. So this is, the game itself, the box itself is in pretty decent condition. Like I said, I really wasn't in the market for this, and it's a really nice box, don't get me wrong, and it came with, obviously, the Game Boy and the cord. But what I really wanted was this. Look at that. Now, normally I wouldn't get excited, but it's in the original. It's still sealed. And the reason I'm excited is because I'm about to show you what I've been working on for a very long time, piecing this together. And this is the one I bought in the auction, and I won this for $50 exactly. So the Game Boy's alright. It's got some scratches, as you can see, but I don't care. I got a shit ton of these Game Boys, and what I do is I found this vendor in Japan, and they sell screens for the Game Boys. And every time I buy a Game Boy online for a specific reason, I change out the screens, and they come out looking like the day it came off the factory. So, and they're really easy to change if you have the time and the money to do it. you won't regret it. I'm telling you. I mean, having all your Game Boys look like brand new, it's just worth it. It's so nice. So I do that to all my Game Boys. I'm gonna do this to this one, so I'm just gonna keep this one in here because whenever I have a chance, I'm gonna swap it out. But I'm gonna show you why I'm so excited about this, because this is my Game Boy box that I've been working on, and this is in much more pristine condition than the one that I got at the auction. So way nicer. I mean, don't get me wrong, that one's really nice, but this one is just fucking immaculate. I mean, I love you. And I'll show you here in a second what's I've been piecing for years together. And everything you see here, I pieced together by buying one Game Boy for every one piece that was in here. So I have a lot of fucking Game Boys that I really don't want, but I'm trying to relive my past. I had this. My dad bought me this in 1989 when the Game Boy first came out, very first year, and I don't know whatever happened to mine, but I am able to replace certain things that I lost when I was a kid, and this is one of them that I made sure to do first. So everything that you see, including this, I had to buy Game Boy just to get this fucking piece of styrofoam. Would you believe that? This styrofoam is worth more than a Game Boy for me. So yeah, just for this. Look, see? Just that. That's the only reason why I bought it. So, and I got this that went in there, Nintendo Power. I used to love reading these things. I swear, I used to just spend hours, and it's only one page. Yeah, I had a very short or very long attention span. I could read look, that's mainly why, because I used to love reading Nintendo Power for these. I mean, these things were so fucking cool. And this is before the internet, remind you. This is before we can look up anything we had trouble on. You had to look for stuff like this to help you. And that's old school right there. Nintendo Power. Okay, and it came with, obviously, the Game Boy poster. These are hard to find, man. I'm telling you. I had to buy a lot. Not a whole lot, I mean a lot of posters, like maybe 6 that came in the lot, and this was one of them. And yeah, so that goes into the collection. And then this Game Boy is I changed the screen out again, and it's one of the best ones that I came across. So see the screen? Perfect. Just fucking gorgeous. I mean, this is one of the best ones that I've come across. So it's going in there. And secondly, all these mint condition. I mean, the Tetris, the manual for the Game Boy, even that. I even bought a Game Boy. Believe it or not, oh my god. Believe it or not, I bought a Game Boy just because I saw that in the picture and I needed that. And that goes at the bottom of the styrofoam. So that's how dedicated I am to making sure this is like 100% complete. And this is still new. See, that came, I got those new. And I've got, I don't know, maybe 20 copies of this Tetris, and I put the best of the best one in the one that I'm in my collection. But the one thing, and I'm not gonna find the batteries from 1989. Trust me, I have better luck at piecing that. There was 4 batteries that came in here in a plastic. I don't know anyone that would have kept that shit in there because of the leak. So I'm glad that shit's out, but at the same time, I want it. So if anyone can give me that, I would love that, but that's not going to happen because that's fucking batteries that are really, really old, like 22 years old. So, but just to complete it, but that's where the batteries went. A 4-pack of 4 AA's went there to power this up. But I also bought another Nintendo Game Boy just for the headphones. See, these are the original headphones, but I just had them in this cheap plastic bag that I found, just thinking that I could make the collection complete. But no, I went one step further and bought an auction lot to get one that's official. That's a fit. Look at complete. You just witnessed the completion of my 3-year search. There. Now it is complete. Yes. Now I can close this up and make sure that for all time this will stay completed, and in no way, shape, or form will this ever leave my hands. So, you witnessed a history in my life, a piece of history that just happened in my life where I completed my long-time obsession. So, I'm going to end this one here, and you're going to want to stay tuned for the last thing I bought in my auction, and I hope you like it. So, stay tuned. Oh, wait a minute. Don't hang up. Wait just a minute. I fooled you. I have a bunch of Game Boy games that came with it. So, I mean, and again, I didn't buy these games this lot because of these games. So, but here goes Super Mario Land 2. I already own it. Mega Man 2. I already own it. Wario Blast. I already own it. Guess what? These are just as bad as fucking Sonics, man. Oh my god, I can't get rid of these. Like, own it. Own it. Donkey Kong. I actually don't have this one. So, yeah, that was a good come up. So, sweet. And last but not least, Scrabble. I don't own this one, but I don't really care either. And oddly enough, this one I got the manual for in that fucking lot. Would you believe that? I mean, look, I think I have the manual here somewhere. I mean, and the only Game Boy, where the fuck? The only Game Boy manual that came in that guy's lot was for this fucking game I got in another lot. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? How you can totally piece shit together. I mean, this is a complete fucking coincidence, man. So, don't give up the search. I'm proof positive that you can piece shit together. So, stay tuned for the next video, and I'm sure you're gonna love it. Okay? Stay tuned.